Hello guys, and welcome. We got Denim, we got Tenchi, we got Jay. Welcome. First off, my apologies for streaming 3 days in a row. I have energy and I have time, and it's to make up for I don't know. I was looking at it. It was 3 months. My apologies. But thank you so much for joining this evening. I hope you guys have been doing well, and please don't get YIIK on the carpet. If we could keep it to the tile, it's just easier for me to clean up. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. So for those of you who did not see where we ended, I guess last time, we ended with Alex finding out that he's been missing for 5 days, and he's just been in the soul space with Essentia. But now we are back home, and we are going to go find our friends and see what's happened in those 5 days. I already know what's happened, but I'm excited to see how it's changed because of the update. I'm gonna go to the city for New Year's. Any chance you'll be there? Ooh, attractive female showing interest in me? Ooh. Jay saying, what do you mean I can't watch Alex break 6 bones every time he hits a wall?
What the hell are the Frank and Popo doing here?
Oh. Welcome, M. Spectre. Happy early birthday. Everyone wish M. Spectre a happy early birthday. Their birthday is next Wednesday. It was fun watching you stream again. I'm trying to now that I'm working from home again, I turned on everyone's notifications. So I could be social. It's really exciting. I'm also sorry that your stream crashed, but I watched it up until around that point. I think I got up to do something, and I came back and I was like, damn. But I'm sorry that I missed the very tail end of that, I think. But good stream. And yeah, it was great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, it is YIIK. We are at the final chapter. We're getting to the Y2K.
Mom, are you okay? What's going on?
Also, please let me know if the game needs to be turned up a bit. It should be fine, I think. But yeah, let me know. And of course, if it's too loud, also let me know.
Alex, where the hell have you been? I was so worried.
Ma'am, is this the boy you reported missing?
Missing? You reported me missing?
Boy.
I haven't seen you for days, and none of your friends knew where you were.
Sometimes a panicked mother is worse than impending doom.
Hey, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Eagleston. Alex was with me. My car broke down, and he was kind enough to walk with me to the auto body shop and help me out. He's been with me, and has been perfectly safe.
Who are you? Why is your hair green?
Why is that the question? What about the tuna cans on her head, hon?
Alex, why are you hanging out with a woman with green hair?
I was gonna say Will's mom to me, but she likes me, it's fine.
Mom,
I also don't have green hair
fashion.
anymore.
Everyone does it. It's the 90s.
I was highly considering the other day just biting the bullet and dyeing it green again, because while I was unpacking all my stuff, I found all my green hair dye, and I was like, oh, maybe we return to the green era. Yeah, see? Jay's like, what about the handlebars over the boobies? That's her collarbone. That is her exposed collarbone. And I'm Spectre saying, ain't no way that's the only thing wrong here. Yeah, not the light up eyes or the mouth talking but not moving.
Multicolored hair is the bomb. Whatever.
Yes, my hair is the bomb.
Okay. Well, if you're safe, then I'll be heading back to the station. Another case solved. I am the greatest cop on the force.
Oh,
Have
boy.
a good day. Stay out of trouble. I'm watching you.
Well, now that you're safe, I can tell you the good news. I got a job.
We love that for her.
That's awesome. What are you doing?
More programming.
Hell
I got
yeah,
hired by
women
Moon
in
Macro
programming.
Systems developing Y2K compatible versions of their software. Basically, I'm rebranding all their products as Y2K compatible and selling them for twice the cost.
We hate capitalism. Fuck Alex's mom.
Y2K?
Yeah, you know, that theory that at the turn of the new year, all computers will stop working? People are afraid the world is going to end, so we might as well capitalize on that fear.
Should we be worried about Y2K, Mom?
Yes, be afraid. Be very afraid. Not unless you're a machine, I wouldn't worry.
Why would I be a machine? Why would you say something like that?
What? No, I meant... You're quite unusual, honey. Alex, can I talk to you for a minute?
Not right now. Yeah, we need to work on something.
Work on what?
One thing I will say about the art in YIIK is I really like how everything's like outlined in a color. Like Alex is outlined all in orange, and then the mom's outlined all in blue. Like even like the line art within the artwork. I'm not just talking about her like outer outline. I don't know. I like that. I like that. I kind of wish they used less cool tones though, but as someone who is made up of mostly neon colors, I don't think I really get a say in that. Yeah, no, it's one thing that I think is really interesting. Like, each character kind of has their own line art. Like, it's still darkened enough, but I guess it's kind of harder to tell through the stream. But, like, when you're actually playing it, like, you can see it a lot better. Besides just, like, the main outline.
Homework.
Let's get it. The homework, that is. What is this music? Alright, we got another cutscene.
Homework? Wow. You are not helping.
I'm sorry. I could not resist.
Okay, so you do have a sense of humor.
I do really like this
Wasn't
pose
sure
for
if being part
Essentia. I
android
think
took
she
out
looks
the
quite
fun
cute
parts of your
here.
personality.
I can be very funny. Would you like to hear my stand-up routine?
Yes. Yes, we love a funny little lady. Let's go.
Really? Now? The world is gonna end. This is no time for jokes.
Literally the best time for jokes. Let's get
Knock,
it.
knock.
Okay, who's there?
Y2K.
Y2K who?
Y2K.
I don't know why, but the
Very funny.
that was probably the funniest part.
Okay, so
Good for
what's
her.
the next step? What do we do?
We should begin by asking your friends to join us.
Peace Cat, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. Hi. I for those of you who don't know, I recently moved, and Pace Cat actually gave me a giant CRT a long time ago. And when I was moving, the guys were struggling to move it, and I was like, listen, I'm like, the guy who delivered it in an Uber by himself. And he had no problems, and he was much smaller than you. That's not a dig, by the way. But like the movers were sweating. I personally can't move it. I have to put it on a piece of cardboard and slide it through my home. Right now it's kind of off to the side, because I'm not able to like lift it. Like my partner and I are probably gonna have to lift it onto the entertainment unit when we get around to that. But yeah, I've been meaning to tell you that, and I think it's a really funny story. Like, yeah, you had no issues just carrying that thing around. Sure, you had to do it with 2 hands, but you looked like you were fine, other than you needed help with the doors. Professional movers, sweating buckets.
Although there is a possibility that they may be smart enough
I
to
love
enter the soul space before the end.
Pace Cat being like, that thing was so light though, and I'm like, no. I am a little scared it's just gonna like break, like just crash through my entertainment unit. But I think it might be fine as long as we weigh it correctly.
Do you really think they do that?
It is a possibility. We must convince them to aid us, as we are about to die fighting a force that cannot be stopped.
Sexy.
Okay, if we're gonna do this, I need you to stop reminding me that you think this is a lost cause. I'm determined to try and stop this. Whatever it is.
Okay, I am sorry. I did not mean to upset you. I am here to help you with whatever you need.
A CRT could never give me too much trouble. It never give me any trouble. I love looking at it. Right now it's just kind of like vibing in the living room because I still have a lot of things. That's the thing about moving, is just like sorting out everything, trying to figure out where it all goes. I think everyone can agree with that. That's kind of like the worst part of moving. I've kind of given up displaying all my little figurines and stuff like that. But like, I'm still like, I still have to put stuff on shelves. So like I just kept everyone in their boxes rather than like bringing them out. Because some figurines, like, their packaging isn't as exciting as the actual figure, or like it doesn't have like an open window. Like it doesn't have like blister packaging or anything. So I've just been stacking them on the shelf like they're freaking Tetris pieces. I still haven't set up my retro consoles. I'm unsure if I will, to be honest. I might just keep them and then just use like a few that I like use pretty regularly, because I use my PS2 like all the time. So definitely gonna be setting that up soon. Denim saying, why would she say that about her people? The CRT being too much trouble? Exactly. I overheard a conversation at the convention that I sold at recently, and someone was just like, yeah, so I have, when I lived in, I forget where he said he lived. I was eavesdropping, so I shouldn't know anyways, but he said that wherever he was living, they made like a lot of TV parts, so there was just a lot of TVs by the curb all the time from like the factory. And he would just like pick them up, and he goes, yeah, I collected a whole bunch over the years. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I want to talk to that guy. And that guy never came over to my table. He skipped my table completely. And that's okay. That's okay. That's just a Craigslist misconnection, I guess. But it was nice, you know, hearing it. Pacecat says, originally I wanted to donate it to a group that played Smash. Specifically Melee, but they never contacted me back, and the original owner wanted to toss it out. God, no, you can never toss out a good CRT. Now, hear me out. If it's a CRT that's from a hotel and has that terrible, like, weird jack in the back of it, I think that kind of, okay. When I was in college, my mom worked at a hotel, and they were tossing out all their CRTs, and she kept one for me. And I was like, yeah. But the only thing I could hook up to it was my friggin' Sega Saturn with, like, the original, like, cable jack thing attached to it. I've now, like, replaced it with, like, a normal AV cable. But it also because I think it frayed or something like that, just because, like, the plastic got so dried out over the years. But yeah, I'm glad you don't mind the CRT talk. Yeah, Pacecat saying, oh gosh, that's so cursed. That's like getting a juice box without the straw attached to it. The worst was that she got it, and like I didn't live back home. Like it was in, like, I'm from Sarnia, and so it was like from Sarnia. And so she drove it all the way to where I was going to school, 5 hours away. And it was like, here's your TV. And I'm like, thank you. And then I'm just like, oh. But like I didn't even notice it until she like left. And I mean, what was I gonna do? I don't think she would have understood if I explained it to her. And it was a nice gesture coming from her as well. So like I didn't want to like jeopardize any future other CRT gifts.
I think it would be wise for me to speak with Bella alone, as we are one and the same. Perhaps you should call her and arrange a meeting?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Call Bella. She not gonna answer.
Hey, Bella, listen, I need you to come over.
Alex, where have you been?
Oh. I was like, we're gonna get the answer machine on this
We
one.
were all so freaked out when you disappeared.
Yeah, come over and I'll explain what happened.
Hey, you know that like it's like the meme. It's not a meme. It's just something that happens where grandparents are like, you never call, you never visit. This just reminds me of my grandma on my dad's side. She always complains that we never call her, but she's never had an answering machine, and we've bought her answering machines, and she's like, if I'm not answering, I'm not home, or like I'm busy, and we're like, okay, well please don't complain that we never call. Like we try. And same my dad, whenever we're coming back from like a restaurant or like if we're going out to get groceries or something like that, we'll drive by her house and she's never home. And I'm just like, I love that she's just out like living life. Spectre says, where's the cell phone? We gave her a cell phone. And one time she was on her shit about us never calling her. And my dad's like, we got you a cell phone, Nanny. Like, use your cell phone. We try and call it, but it says that like it just sends us to voicemail, and now your voicemail's full. And she's just like, oh. And she takes it out of her purse and she has to turn it on. And we were like, you just have it just turned off in your purse? And she's like, yeah, I don't like it. and then she tells us that she charges it every night, which is really cute, and I'm glad she does, but she never has it on. And I'm just like, why are you being like this? Yeah, even M Spectre's like, why is she like this? Yeah, Denim also agreeing. She's like, reminds me of their grandma. She also has a cell phone, but fuck, she's gonna use it. And I mean, you know what? I kind of get it to a point, you know. We tried to get Nanny a computer one time, and she said no. So we just got her a really accessible like TV, like that's pretty user friendly, so she can watch her shows. But like that's kind of it. And her phone's also super old too. It has like really cool like big buttons on it, but it's been the same since like I was a kid.
Do you want me to call the others?
I think she's the only one with a landline now that I like actively know who uses it, because my dad like disabled the landline, and same with my mom.
No, I think it'd be best if I just told you this alone. I'll tell the others, but I think you need to hear it first.
Okay, I'll be right over.
You! You're the android from the van!
Bella, this is the Essentia 2000. Essentia.
Hello, Bella. It's nice to see you.
Sorry, I skipped him introducing them.
Likewise. What's going on here?
I got a little too excited.
I don't even know where to begin. It's so complicated.
Alex, please go up to your room. I would like to speak to Bella alone.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I do like Bella's art when she's on this angle too. I don't think I've ever mentioned it. I guess I don't really have to mention it. I just think she looks
saw
cute.
in the dark, 2 floors below me, 2 women of the same soul spoke about the fate of the world. Do you know how weird it was thinking that?
Is she allowed to tell us to go to her? It is our home. It is our home.
No, you really can't. Well, maybe now you can that you're in the same situation. One soul, but many people. In the darkness, thinking about the end of all reality, knowing inside myself that all of this was true. These concepts, previously absurd, were now mysteriously vivid in every detail, to the point where I felt I could grasp them in my hands. I pictured myself alone in the universe. All things around me had been destroyed. Everyone was gone. And then she floated by. Sammy. But she wasn't Sammy. She was Vela. But also not Vela. She was the Ascension 2000, Oda, Yuzu, and Nyla.
Pacecat's saying I'm actually digging the art style for this game. Never seen or heard about it before. Excuse me? Excuse me? You've never heard of this? This was huge controversy when it came out because it's gone through multiple different updates. I know, I'm thinking the same, Denim, bless your heart. It's gone through multiple revisions and updates, which I think really benefit the game for the most part. It has, even with the revisions and with reduced monologues, there's still a lot of, it's very text heavy. Thankfully, there is voice acting. I do quite like the art style, especially with like when you're in game, you know, in battles and stuff like that. I think the soundtrack is amazing. But it had a lot of controversy in tone, I guess. Like it used a real life murder that was still like new and ongoing as like a plot point with this Sammy character that he's talking about specifically. Also, side note, her name is like Semi Pack, but they keep calling her Sammy or Semi Park, and no one can seem to like figure out what her name is.
Whatever that meant.
A bit of an oversight. I guess Sammy could be like a nickname to Semi, but it's so close. Why would you just not call her by her name? Alex kind of has the energy where like he would like fuck up someone's name and then just roll with it. But it's like other characters too. Yeah, Sammy Park and Semi Pack.
What did it mean to share a soul but be a different person?
And apparently all the things that I think are cool are just ripped straight from Persona, as Denim has pointed out. So, I mean, if you like the goofy little enemies from Earthbound and the cool aesthetics and alternate realities from Persona, this is the game for you. I personally have not played either of those two games. I know enough about Earthbound, and I've kind of like played it through proxy. And like I know about it through osmosis, so like I'm more familiar with that one. But I think it's an interesting game. It is like 44 hours long now.
What did the Ascension 2000 called it? Parallel life?
They've definitely shortened the game, but they've also like added a lot more to make it like even more visually interesting. And they've changed almost all of the boss battles.
I thought of Buddhists and their concept of past lives. Before I was Alex, I was a pirate or a poor village girl living in Croatia.
We love Croatia
But
in
in a
this
parallel
home.
life, I was Alex, a pirate, and a little girl in Croatia. I lived all of my lives at once, in distant but similar realities. Similar was only an assumption. I realized now how little I knew about
And
reality.
yeah, I guess like my biggest complaint about this game, like overall, is probably a lot of moments like this, which like I get it, this is Alex's character, but like as someone with ADHD who just wants to like keep progressing, like whenever he has like monologues like this, sometimes it's really hard for me to like keep focusing. But Alex doesn't know how to shut up. Yeah, exactly. That one wasn't as bad, but sometimes they're really bad.
I have spoken with Bella and shown her irrefutable proof of my identity.
I've explored the soul space, and I've seen the beginnings of destruction to many realities. I have seen the remains of many souls. And Alex, this scares the living hell out of me. I will do anything I can to help stop whatever's coming for us.
You spoke to us in the past, specifically to Bella, about a feeling that fate brought you two together. I am that fate. This was meant to happen. I do not know if we can stop whatever is coming, but I know that we are meant to try.
So what's next? What do we do? What's the plan?
We should get the others on board.
And then we should train in the mine dungeon.
Let's go.
You have seen what is coming for us, and you know better than anyone else. The only way to stop it is to understand yourself.
Also, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but the first time I ever played this game, when I was like, just doing some like casual grinding, just trying to like level up everyone, I beat all of the characters on the map. Like they spawn randomly, you don't see them when you're walking in the overworld, but I killed literally everything to the point where I could just move around freely without having to worry about battles, because like nothing else would spawn.
If we can get as far into the mind dungeon as possible, and learn as many abilities as possible, we may stand a chance of dying with dignity.
Alex, what did you see in the mine dungeon? What did the end look like? Why did she say that?
Just, I mean, this is in character for him, but I actually like Bella.
I don't know. But I know that it's related to me. That somehow I am the destruction. I might just be a piece of it. I might be all of it. I can't say, but I know I can stop it from destroying everything I love.
I will say the end boss to this game is really cool. I really liked it. So I'm really excited to see how they've like improved on
I
that.
believe the best course of action now would be to go and find each one of your friends individually and talk to them about the current situation. Remember that the better you do, the more mind dungeon keys you will unlock, and the stronger you will become. It is vital that all of your friends are on board. Without achieving the highest level by the time the end comes, our futile efforts will be even more futile.
But we don't even know when the end is coming. It could be tomorrow for all we know.
Y2K. Could that be it? Could the turn of the millennium be the date?
This is the name of the game.
I don't know, maybe. What do you think, Android Me?
It is possible.
I've had a weird sense of impending doom ever since Rory and Michael mentioned it. That might explain why 99 has gone to shit. I've been looking at the newspaper a lot lately, and things are really screwed up out there.
Well, I suppose having some estimated date is good enough for me.
Alex, you can return to the mine dungeon anytime to see how many days remain.
Wait, what? You mean the date was real? It's been so many numbers and zeros. How do I even calculate that into a date?
I could not see the number myself, but if you take me there and tell me the number, I can help you convert it into days.
Well, damn. Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
Well, she didn't. Lay off of her. We're not perfect, you know.
Is that your new thing? Referring to her as you and etc., etc.?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm gonna go find everyone and get to work on them. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I knew I needed to find my friends individually and convince them that the end was coming.
I don't know why we needed that tiny baby monologue. It was kind of heavily implied that's just what we needed to do. And that's my hot take. It's fine. I forget where Michael lives. I feel like he switched houses or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's not him. That's not Michael. Isn't it like near the little house with the little guy? You know. The little guy. There's like a Snoopy dog. Snoopy. Little baby. What a cool dog. We love him. Okay, well. Oh, it's just a stump. So there's something. Nope, nope. That's too far. Whoops. My apologies. Maybe is this one? Not me forgetting where everyone friggin' lives. Mm-hmm. If someone opened the door, said that, then closed the door, I'd call the police. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, she got meta there. Okay, and it wasn't this one, right? Okay. Let's just go to the record store, because we know for sure. Oh, there's Rory. Fuck. Alright. It's our boy.
Hey, Rory.
Yo, where have you been?
Oh, yeah. About that.
I spent the next half hour telling the tale of me, the Essentia 2000, and our journey deep into the dungeon of her mind.
So, that's how the world ends? With you destroying it somehow? I don't think I know what that means.
I don't get it myself, but I need your help.
What's your plan? Suicide? Just kidding, that's never cool.
He wasn't kidding.
I'm
Wasn't
thinking
kidding.
something a little less martyry.
Jay saying Alex telling someone a 30-minute story as the first response to how you been is me, though.
I want to train our butts off and be ready to kick this thing's ass once it gets here.
Yeah. Get mad, get angry.
I don't know the exact date, but my gut is telling me it's on New Year's Eve. All that Y2K panic. What if people can sense the end is coming? I know that sounds dumb, but I can't help but feel like that's when it's gonna happen.
What's the alternative? Run away to the soul space? I could never convince my mom or dad to even try astral projection. And I would never leave everyone else here to die. Of course I'm in.
There's our other boy.
You know, I had a dream last night. In my dream, I saw my brother, but my brother was you. Cute little kid grew up to be an ugly ginger like yourself.
I love Claudio.
But you came to me and asked me for a favor. Is that why you're here?
It is.
So, what's the deal? I'm guessing it's something serious.
The world's going to end. I saw it in my mind dungeon. Remember the android from that van? Well, that android is Vela, Sammy, and a bunch of other people in a parallel life. She showed me all of these things, and I know now that the world will end soon. I want to train in the mind dungeon to be ready to fight this thing when it comes for us. You down?
Are you serious?
Very.
I'm down. I believe you, man. Dude, you gave me hope again. You brought a sense of adventure back in my life that I thought had vanished with my little brother.
Really? I didn't know.
Man, meeting you and your friends was the best thing to ever happen to me. Without meeting you, I'd be so oblivious to everything that's out there.
I'm glad I was able to help. I had no idea I had that sort of effect.
Well, just let me know when you're ready to start training. Oh yeah!
Oh, there she is. Chandra.
Oh, I was hoping I'd see you. You know, I had the strangest dream last night. I was looking for something from my brother. My brother was older. Probably in his 30s, except he had glasses and red hair. He kind of looked like you. Anyway, I was wandering around. I wanted something of his to take home. Something that he handled every day, or that had been close to his body. But it couldn't be anything important that he would miss. So, I stole one of his pencils.
Dennis says sounds like a fucking nightmare.
You know what's weird? I feel like I've heard this story before.
Yeah, weird. It's almost like Claudio just said it. Oh God. Hello, Killer Chicken. I thank you so much for the bits. I love that our little robot woman just went, you. Welcome. How are you today?
I don't know. Anyway, I took the pencil and started drawing all over the walls with it. I kept writing the same word over and over.
What did you write?
It was pantaloon over and over again. Pantaloon, 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 pantaloon. So, anyway, my brother comes into the room and he just looks at me like he caught me naked, or at least in my pantaloons. And he starts crying, just sobbing. I start crying too. And then I woke up. Weird dream, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I know the world's going to end. I'm gonna do my best to help you.
What? How did you figure that out?
I'm Spectre saying, why does it sound like she went insane? Yeah, she kind of, the mask slipped for a second there.
You'll figure it out. You're smart enough. You have all the clues you need.
What? How can you just...
I think her and Vela are some of like the best designed characters in this game. I love her outfit. Is that everyone? Nice.
Feeling of hope grew as I realized everyone I asked to help me said yes.
Killer Chicken says that they're good. They're having a slow day at work, so they're able to chill and enjoy my stream. And Alex YIIK's wonderfully condescending face. Well, I'm glad that you're able to take it a little easy at work. We always love a good slow day at work.
Did I really deserve everyone's help? Nope, not at all.
And thank you so much for wanting to spend it with me. Thank you.
Maybe this is why I was exceedingly grateful. I thought about Michael. He was the only one I hadn't seen since I returned from my trip into the Ascension 2000's mind.
You guys are not ready for what happened to Michael in the last 5 days.
Where'd he gone? Why hadn't anyone else seen him?
We're not ready for this.
Alex, come to the forest meadow just south of Frankton. There's something I want to talk to you about.
I'll be right there.
I wish there was like a map in this game. Oop. Do this? Alright. I already know what's gonna happen. Did we get that? Yes, we did. Okay. Killer Chicken says, I haven't read any interviews by the designer of this game, so I always wonder why Alex's home is just a full house set. I think it's just LOL 90s. I think that's it. There he is. Wow. I wish I found $5,000. Damn. Denim says adding a map would mean less resources for monologues. And then says, what the fuck is this Chronicle shit?
Michael? Is that you? Where the hell have you been? I've been looking for you for the past week. I called your house, knocked on your door, and no one ever answered.
A week has passed since we've come back?
None of that matters anymore.
I feel like they added chest hair. I feel like he didn't have chest hair. Like, when I played it. I would have vividly remembered. He looks like Shane Dawson now. Like...
It's so trivial. Don't you see? No, of course you don't. I wouldn't have a week ago.
What happened? You sound different. Your voice is different.
Alex, something has happened to me. I am transformed.
Proto-Michael.
I've come to understand certain things. I've been exposed to the truth.
What do you mean? What happened?
Something happened to me. Something very startling at first. But now it's just incredible.
Are you gonna tell me what happened, or are you just gonna keep acting like Vela?
I saw the soul space.
Killer Chicken saying Michael was gifted that hair by a traveling hairsmith.
I met a parallel self. I lived so many lives. I am everything.
A little cocky
what?
there.
Alex, I entered the mind dungeon alone, and I wandered and wandered. Soon I stumbled upon a hall of names. Each of these names was etched into a door.
Oh no, he looked into the
Inside
rooms.
each of these doors was a life. My life. For 9 days straight, I experienced what it was like to be my parallel selves. Alex, to experience a parallel life in real time is to become an oxymoron. To be something and not be something. Both at once. I am me, but I am also her or him. I have my memories, but they also don't belong to me. The very act of experiencing a parallel life is mind-shattering. When we are born, we immediately begin developing a series of biases and defenses that help us ground our lives in the reality that we invent for ourselves. In doing so, we lose sight of the temporary nature of life. We forget everything. We lose track of where we came from and only look to the future. Experiencing a parallel life disassembles all physiological constraints that have been built up over the years.
Denim just typing, shut up!
We see life for what it is. A three-sided box that only allows us to look forward, not back into our own minds.
This is
The true
some
nature of reality
deep
exists.
intellectual conversation we're having here.
Do you know what the
Okay?
funniest part is?
Okay?
What?
I know what you've come to ask me. And I know that I'll say yes, even though I always turn you down. Do you realize how many times we've had this conversation? It's like clockwork.
Jay says, a lot of these plots are like, it makes sense in my head, like Fez.
I have a friend. This friend continuously hurts another friend of ours. And soon he realizes his flaws.
Denim shouting, I played Persona 1, I know already.
He soon asks me to try and save him from self-destruction. Every time I say no, and every time you destroy our reality. Maybe it took for me to realize what not helping a friend can do to that friend. But I'm in. Let's win this thing.
Michael, did you see how reality ends?
No. All of my lives end with you destroying everything. But I'm never there to see firsthand how you do it.
Crap. I was really hoping you knew the answer.
I'm surprised you're not alarmed by what I've told you. What have I missed while I'm away?
I think you should meet our new android friend.
Alex, do you feel the air? Do you see the stars?
I'd be like, you need to lay down, man. We need to get you home.
Their positions have changed. Did you notice the colors? Everything is wrong. This isn't what it was like. Something is wrong. Something is broken. Can't you see it?
Michael, I don't know. Maybe things feel different, but dude, they've felt different for a long time. The very feeling of being me has changed. I can't really put my finger on it, but something is wrong. You're right.
Do you ever remember things wrong?
No? I don't think so. What does that mean?
Never mind. I suppose not. Let's go back to your house.
As we walked back to my house, a strange feeling of nostalgia overwhelmed me. It was as if I hadn't seen Michael in a really long time. As if this was the Michael I remembered. In the cooling winter air, I had a series of memories return to me. All of them involved Michael.
Killer Chicken saying there's so much dialogue in this game that could have been trimmed. Killer Chicken, you missed it a moment ago, but I was explaining to our friend Pace Cat that we have reduced monologues on, and that they made an update to trim the monologues. And it's still so much.
If I'd experienced them in a far-off, distant life.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. Although, in a way, we have met many times before, both in the past of our parallel lives. I am going to make this brief. Starting tomorrow, we will train. It is now the 24th of November, and
It's true. Killer Chicken saying, haha, oh no. They'll just repeat themselves anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of like, something's just happened, and then Alex is like, and then we did the thing. And it's like, I don't need to know. I hate when shows do that. And it's not like a recap thing. Like I can't stand it. There's this podcast I listen to called Radio Rental. And I really love it. It's just user submitted spooky stories or like strange occurrences. And I highly recommend it if you are like kind of into true crime, paranormal, cryptid sort of stuff. Because they're very grounded and like they interview these people. And the sound design's really, really good too. But in the earlier seasons, they have this narrator. So like after the person's done telling you their story and, you know, the revealing twist, there's this guy that would pop in and just like do a too long didn't read like rundown of it. And it's like, yeah, we were listening to the same podcast. I don't know why you need to explain it to me again. I don't know. And I recommended it to a friend and I was like, cool, I'll start it from the beginning as well because it's been years. And then I listened to it and I was like, I don't remember this fucking narrator guy. Did I just block it out? And the later seasons don't have it at all. So I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, they understood their mistake and they just didn't repeat it. But I was so embarrassed. I was like, I assure you later seasons do not have this guy just repeating the information we just heard.
But tomorrow's Thanksgiving!
Oh, God forbid.
Thanksgiving? Tomorrow?
Yeah, and so we should start on Friday.
What about shopping on Friday? Just kidding. Seriously, just kidding.
Many of my parallel lives were Canadian, so this is somewhat a surprise to me,
Me. She just like me for real.
as I experienced Canadian Thanksgiving a few weeks ago.
Oh, hello! How are you, Ben? Welcome. It's me, and I'm streaming. I'm streaming everyone's favorite game today. Welcome. I like your little Pogger's Tails face there.
All
Very
right.
cute.
Fair enough. Friday we begin.
Promise of a future is something I'd grown to take for now with the threat of impending doom. I've lived the past 20. In fact, I'll do that tomorrow. It'd become my tomorrow. There may be nothing. Today, maybe the last day. This knowledge triggered something in me to fall away. It was like being hungry all the time. The knowledge that what I craved from no, that's not right. I had no purpose. I was going to
I don't think anyone's gonna argue me for mashing through that. My apologies. I want to play. I want to play the game.
It's 7:05 a.m. This is the earliest you've been up since you had that 7:30 class. And even then, you woke up at 7:30.
When I worked from home for the fashion company, I started work at 8:30, and I would wake up at 8:30 every day. It was great. I just roll out of bed, turn on the computer, let's go.
Feels good. I was so excited to get to the mine dungeon I barely slept last night.
Impressive. Well, get to work.
I'm in. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Remember, you can choose to go to the mine dungeon or visit your friends in town. You can only do one or the other. We have about a month until the new year comes, and it's hard to do both in a day. Try and spend as much time in the mine dungeon as you can. If you don't train hard enough, you might not be strong enough by the time the end.
Got it today.
Okay. We'll do Mine Dungeon today, since Alex was so excited. But why though? Why time limited? Because it's the end of the world. No, but why one or the other? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the mine dungeon isn't like...
Have you found the dungeon master? He's tricky to find. Tell me, have you been enjoying your time in the dungeon of the mind? It can be overwhelming, never knowing if you're making the right choice, afraid to act, because the paralyzing fear that you've chosen wrong. I chose wrong once. I want to go away, just to get out. Well, not here. That's how I wound up here, inside the dungeon of the mind. I had a mom, but no dad. Mom got weird when Dad left.
I didn't ask for this.
Things were fine for a while.
I don't know you this well.
But before I knew it, life had changed so much, there was little to be happy. So I cried myself to sleep every night.
This bird needs therapy.
I screamed every night. I tried running away. Never got very far.
Listen, the other night, I got invited to go out and hang out with some friends, and we're gonna do karaoke. And they invited a bunch of people from their group chat. I was the only one who was not a part of the group chat, and this girl showed up with the most rancid vibes ever, and I'm not even joking. All she did all night was just trauma dump on us, and it was the most uncomfortable experience. Ben saying, I can fix her. No, it was so bad. And like, she showed up to karaoke late. She slunk into the room. We all greeted her, and we were all trying to keep the vibe like good. We're like, hey, how's it going? She had her hat pulled down over her eyes. She looked up from underneath her hat and just went, ah! And then there was a lot of space on the opposite side of me. I was sitting between... We'll get to how old she is in a second. Don't worry about that. I know that type, they're dangerous. They love the trauma. And Ben saying, why would you go out if you're feeling like that? What the heck? Exactly. So she could have sat in any of the open spaces, but she crammed herself and like her several tote bags between me and this other person. The other person I ended up having a great time with. I thought they were really great, and I was really happy that I went and that I met this new friend, which is why I went to begin with, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll make some new friends. And I also wanted to spend time with my, like, you know, the friend that invited me. So she parks herself in the middle. Through karaoke, at one point she's like, I don't want to sing with the microphone. It makes me uncomfortable. So the songs are just booming over top of her while she like quietly mumbles it in the corner. So that was kind of weird and uncomfortable. And then we went out for pizza, and all she did, she just recovered from a broken arm, and everything just went back to the broken arm. And I understand that's very traumatic, you know, for literally anyone breaking anything, you know. I sympathize with her. But I was so excited to sit on a proper chair, because at karaoke they had us sitting literally on IKEA bookshelves. And then she was like, it's too hot in here. The temperature was fine in the restaurant. She made us get our food to go and sit in a park in the middle of the night and eat this pizza. And she was like, I want to sit on the ground. I did not want to sit on the ground. I made her sit at a picnic table. And then she offhandedly, this is the part I was excited to tell you. She offhandedly says, like, oh, I was trying to get my husband to come, but he's not that type of an introvert, or like he can do like little group stuff. He's like, I don't think he would have liked this night. And then my new friend is like, what? We're just a bunch of fun-loving queers. And she's like, yeah, maybe it was best that he didn't come. And then both me and my new friend are looking at her like, that makes him sound homophobic. And then she's dead silent. And I was like, your silence make it sound like he's homophobic. And then she says, well, I love him very much, but let's just say he votes conservative. And me and my new friend and the friend that invited me, all of us were just like, why do you love this man? Why can you? And then she proceeded to just shit on this guy who's not even here. And I mean, I get it. He's a homophobe. Let's bring the house down. Like we hate that shit. But she just proceeds to like then trauma dump and give me unsolicited life advice because I just moved in with my partner, and like through contextual clues, like my friend was like, how's that going? And I'm like, it's going great. And she's just like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, absolutely not, no. And I'm just like, so then I stopped her because she was starting to touch on subjects where she didn't know me. It was wildly inappropriate. And I stopped her. And I said, how old are you? And she took it as a compliment. She was like, oh, how old do you think I am? And I said, you better be older than 35 talking to me like that. And oh my God, I ruined that woman's life, sake. Because she was 26. She was turning 26. She's like, I'm only 25. And I was just like, oh my God. I don't understand how someone could like meet new people and just share all of this trauma. Like she was sharing some things that like I would even struggle talking to like my close friend. It's because she's 25. Yeah, Ben, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah. There was a few times where she would say something and I went, yeah, being in your early 20s sure is fucking wild, I guess. Yeah, like I don't know if she didn't know that we were queer or what. The worst part is that while she was actively bringing the mood down and we were just trying to like riff on her, and because once we found out she was homophobic with her husband, it was fair game. We're just riffing on her all night. She was also trying to make every conversation about her and then back to her trauma, no matter what we were talking about. And anyways, yeah, I don't know. It was just a really bizarre experience. But the worst part, the thing that I'm trying to get at, is that she kept stopping in conversation and saying, I'm having a lot of fun. And I was like, I'm glad somebody is. Denim saying, and you didn't leave? Unfortunately, I was spending the whole weekend in Toronto, so I was staying with the friend that had started this, like who had arranged this, and she was our ride home. So I had to be really careful with what I said to her, because I didn't want her to leave me stranded. But I also was not going to tolerate any insensitive comments or homophobia. I was like, absolutely not. We're gonna stop that. And I mean, a lot of the time I just tuned her out and would talk to whoever was seated close to me that wasn't her. Ben says, in quotations, I really needed this. This being therapy. Yeah, ooh, it was rough. And then, like, the rest of the weekend, I just kept, like, remembering tidbits of something that she said and being like, God, I can't believe I had that experience.
And you know what? I got away once. Far away. but I felt terrible that my mom was left all.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why I was talking about this, because this crow is trauma dumping on us. I'm gonna take this up. Oh, sorry, I glitched out for a second. I want to take this opportunity to let Fry out of my room because he just woke up. He's been sleeping behind me, but he came over to show me that he wants the door open. So I'm gonna do that really, really fast. It's gonna take 2 seconds, but I'll be right back, okay? He's old. Fry, come on. Sorry. Normally I stream without him in my room, but today he was sleeping on the end of my bed and he looked so peaceful. I didn't want to disturb him. But yeah, it was 50-50 if he would want to leave. But it is kind of getting warm in my room because I have the door closed.
Then they got screaming.
I am going to
So
mash through
did I
this
make
because it is giving me a little bit of a war.
I didn't think so.
It's giving me war flashbacks of the girl at karaoke, so like I really don't want to. It was so difficult to sit there being uncomfortable in the dark eating pizza.
Of course you can't.
And like it's been like super, I don't know about the weather where you guys are, but it's been super muggy and humid here. Thunderstorm warnings on and off, and then no rain or very minimal rain. And it's just like, yeah.
You're trapped here too.
It's like I don't want to be sitting outside on like a damp, you know, picnic table. Oh no, Jay says I live in the swamp. That's 11 months out of the year. Ugh. Nice. All right, let's go. Not nice that you live in a swamp, but nice that that we all leveled up so much. But yeah, in situations like that, you just kind of have to like find a way that's like kind of polite to just shut it down when someone's doing that. Like it's different when a friend comes to you and they're like, I'm going through a hard time. Can I talk to you about this? Because then you can at least assess the situation, or maybe even being like, I'm not available now, but we can talk about this maybe tomorrow or something like that. That's totally fine. But like, I just met you. She also kept saying, I'm Tater Tot. And I'm like, what? I don't think I ever found out her real name. I think she said it once. And she kept asking what my username was. And I said, I'm not a part of the group chat. And she's like, oh. And then she'd make a reference about her being Tater Tot again. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah, Ben's like, I mean, it feels like that young person thing where they're like, oh, we're friends? Here's my life. I've trying to start a bit. Yeah, it, I don't know, I've definitely been on dates where like, oh, we're on a date? Here's my lore. But it's not like fun lore. It's like literally the worst thing you've ever heard. And you're just like, oh, great. I only get 2 PP. A part of me was almost like, was that Pride weekend that she did that? But it wasn't. Pride was the weekend prior. Killer Chicken says, definitely reminds me of somebody that like peaked in high school and never really grew out of that mindset. I knew a few people like that. Yeah, she did. I was really scared that her husband was going to be like significantly older than her or something, the way that she was talking about him. She was so vile about him that I actually stopped her mid-sentence again and was like, can you share something positive about your partner with us? because you have not said anything nice to him, about him, and he's not here to defend himself. And like, she was like, oh, and she stopped, and then she proceeded to keep telling us negative things. We did find out that they were high school sweethearts though, so Killer Chicken, you called it. Not to shit on this person who's obviously not here. I don't want to be like a hypocrite in the sense of like, you know, me trying to be like, oh, tell something about your partner or whatever. Because like, you have to be really careful about what you have to complain about, or not what you have to complain, but what you do complain about, because you know, if you have a really healthy relationship, but then like you're only talking about negative things about a person, like how are your friends supposed to perceive that person? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't fuck with that. I don't like that. I want to hear, you know, the good more so than the bad. But
figure out the question.
Oh, this person sounds like SpongeBob. But anyways, what I'm getting at, she was a homophobe, so it's okay. It's fair game. Maybe that's a heated thing, but this is a queer-friendly space. I'm obviously queer. We don't tolerate that shit.
Me either. That's why I'm here.
Thank you, SpongeBob. This sounds like the TikTok SpongeBob voice. That's what it is. That's what it sounds like.
There are no questions here. No one to bother you to do stuff.
I like when people are like cutting their hair on TikTok and they use the SpongeBob voice, and it's like, well, I'm having another episode, so I'm going to grab my bangs and, you know, just give them a little trim. And then they trim off all of their bangs, so they have like super short bangs.
I like it here. It's peaceful.
But I mean, also mood, I've definitely been there. I haven't like really cut off all my bangs, but I've definitely done a bad job trimming the hair around my face before. I actually got a haircut recently. I haven't posted up any selfies of it because I haven't been in like a picture taking mood, but I actually cut off all my hair. I've kept it really long for a really long time, but with global warming and everything that's happening right now, having long hair is a little miserable. I have really thick hair, so I cut it so it's kind of short and choppy. And I got her to give me Tron bangs, so they're like kind of diagonal. I don't know. They look hard. I think they look good. I really like them. I think my bangs are probably my favorite. I literally will go to the hairdresser and show them a picture of Korra from Tron Legacy and go like this. That's like my backup. It's like a picture of Alice Glass and a picture of Korra. Luck? Let's do luck. And then we'll do strength next time. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. $41. Hell yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Ooh. I can move. I don't think I'm supposed to. I'll spend time with my friends. I regret this decision immediately.
Newspaper a lot lately. trying to comb it for stories, little clues about what might be coming. There's something I've noticed. Has anyone else felt like the amount of screwed up stuff happening lately has escalated?
What do you mean?
Like, last year I swear I never heard about girls going missing, dying in water towers, people shooting up their schools. And now what? I swear, every time I catch the news there's a new tragedy. It's like people are going out of their way to find new ways to die.
When you experienced your parallel lives, were there any indication that it's just this reality that's like that?
That's a good question.
That is a very interesting question to ask, Alex. I am afraid that even I, a being who is aware of all of my parallel lives at once, cannot answer. The defining core mechanics of each reality is so different that there is very little point in comparing them. The norm for, say, my life as Oda, compared to my life as Yuzu, are so starkly different. In Oda's life, I longed for family that was never around, whereas in Yuzu's reality, people lived with their families and never moved apart. People who did not speak with their families were considered to be outcasts.
Great. So do you think things are getting worse?
I believe things are always as they've been, only you are just now old enough to notice how harsh reality can be.
Okay, so you have to spend time with your friends to, like, get XP. Okay, cool. What is... Oh, I want to see what my items look like. I have a lot. I haven't really been using them. Let's see if we can equip anyone with anything stronger than what they have. Ooh, alright. RPG items aren't really for using. It's true, it's true. I was really bad for that. I was gonna say in Pokemon, but I feel like that's redundant. Like, obviously, I'm bad at that at all games. What was the 7? This one's 8. Hook hands. Nice. I think we're just gonna keep the hook hands for him. That's sick as hell. Cowboy hat. It's gotta be cowboy hat. I kinda wanna put Claudio on, but he doesn't have a lot of PP. Oh, no, not that. He needs the running shoes. We're not really gonna use Michael at all. But we'll give him a new camera. Do I have a new sword for him? No, that's his new sword. Okay. We'll give her the new guitar. Flannel shirt. We'll keep the running shoes. I kind of want to put Bella on the team. I forget how to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, save. I'm gonna make the conscious decision of not going into the town.
Is it weird for you two being the same soul or whatever?
I don't think it feels real when you say it like that.
I imagine that if Bella were to suddenly become me, she would feel very weird. I am constantly experiencing the emotions of all of my parallel lives. I am often sad, happy, excited, and aroused at the same time.
Aroused?
I experience every human state.
Okay, moving on.
Good for her.
No, I want to hear more about
No!
this. Is this why you sometimes get...
No!
Somewhere in a parallel life, she's kicking your ass for asking such stupid questions, Alex.
Easy there.
I wonder what I'm like in my parallel lives. I have to say, this parallel life stuff blows. Compared to the concept of past lives, this isn't very exciting. If we had past and future lives, we would get to be something different in the future. Now I just get to be me and not realize I'm so many other things at the same time.
Perhaps you too should get an android shell for your physical form.
Yeah! I could be like you. Except I'd have more of a personality.
Aw, Taco, welcome, welcome, welcome. They said that they found a TV head prop mask on Etsy yesterday and thought of me. Thank you for thinking of me. You've summoned me. Hello, welcome. How have you been, buddy? I was thinking about you the other day. I was explaining how I met you through like Borderlands and stuff to my partner. Yeah. Ah, that makes me happy about the thing. I own actually 2 TV head helmets now. I have one that I made pre-2020 that doesn't have a screen in it, and then one that I got last year that the government seized because they were unsure what it was because the person did not write helpful information on the inside or on the outside of the package. Yeah. But I fixed it and I love wearing it. So I don't know. I don't know where to put them though. Yeah, like I had to go collect it. They wouldn't deliver my TV helmet to my house, and it was because it was just a hollowed out TV, right? And they didn't know what it was. I think it was like a safety concern. Oh my god, Taco. Friggin' relax. Friggin' relax. I know it's hot in Canada right now. But relax. But I'm glad you're doing pretty good.
Perhaps my problem is that I have too much personality, as I am always dealing with a variety of stupid people at once.
Oh, mood.
For example, I am currently a 12-year-old Scottish boy who just asked out a girl on his first date.
Aw.
What? Girl, that's crazy.
It's hot because I'm here, obviously. Taco! You're right. It did get warmer. That's why my cat left. He could sense you. Dennis says blame 9/11. Yeah. Yeah.
I've only ever been Scottish one other time. It was not fun.
Any way to tell what I'm like in a parallel life?
Only if you ventured far enough into your mind dungeon. But then you'd end up like Michael, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Damn.
I wonder if I'm a super kick-ass man with bulging biceps.
Yeah.
Is that desirable?
I don't know. Is it not? I like to pretend you're a really feminine and timid girl in one of your parallel lives, Alex.
I think we're going to get along, Chandra.
Okay, I'm going to train, and then the last day we'll go buy supplies because I have thousands of dollars. And that's dumb. It's dumb. Aw, you feel bad that Fry laughed? He's old. He can't stand the heat. It's too much. We'll do pee pee. And then speed. And then luck. And then defense. Yes. I have not played any of the Yakuza games, but I really want to. I used to have a friend who actually lived where I live now, and she would play the Yakuza games, and I would like watch her. So like I was familiar with it like through that, but yeah, I've never actually sat down and played them myself. I always feel like I'm kind of... I like this part of the game, but I'm also like... Because I always feel like I'm not doing a good job. Oh, shit. Sorry. Game Pass. I will look into it. Thank you for letting me know. We'll do defense. Denim also agrees that I should. It's one of those games where it's another one of those games where I feel like I'm too dumb to play it. That's why I've kind of like shied away from it. And I know that's not true. I just get really intimidated by like specific games, and that's like just one of them. But like when I used to watch two best friends play, whenever they played Yakuza games, like they were some of my favorite. But I should? Okay, I'm Spectre. I don't know, I feel like I could. I just get nervous. After we're done with YIIK, like, and we've, like, completed it, I'd love to, like... I really want to play, American McGee's Alice, or, like, Alice Madness Returns or something. I've just been, like, really thinking about it. Oh, well, Taco's saying Yakuza is not hard at all. You can literally overlevel and mash X to win so easy. I like all of the side quest stuff. Like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, really good, like, side lore and, like, side missions and world building. Like, I really like that about the Yakuza games. And, like, I feel like more games could benefit from that. Denim says that two best friends pushed them to play Yakuza years ago. Okay, so... Yeah, I don't know. I know, like, why they don't do it anymore. But I used to really like, when they would do, like, one-offs for, like, Halloween and stuff like that. I know Matt kind of still does that with Liam, or just on his own. Sometimes even with his wife. But, I don't know. I really enjoyed it when I was in college. Where's my... Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's go buy some stuff, just to make sure that we're all ready. It would really help if I could go in a straight line. Hooray! I'm still not in a straight line. That's okay. Nope, alright. It would have been funny if I went over the bridge as well. Sports. Ooh. Propeller beanie. Okay, we can get her a new hula hoop. This one's kind of better. I don't know why we're buying a hula hoop. She's not on our team, but she can still be powerful. We love us a cowboy hat. Yes. Oop. How do I leave? Alright. That skateboard gives me mad Lego Island vibes. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, Will and I are having burgers tonight. I'm really excited. Super excited. Oh. Yeah. Alright. You'll be back. Maybe. Taco, be respectful with the spoilers. It all means nothing to me, so I don't know if they're spoilers or not. Be respectful. Be nice. You can't come in here and be a bully. Be nice. But all of you have convinced me that I should definitely be looking into these games, so I will do that. I will do that for you. And for me, because I feel like I'll be a better person after I play these as well. Fettuccine Alfredo. I'm a little hungry. I'm the one getting spoiled. Why am I catching shit? Okay. I don't know. Listen, I just want everyone to be friends, okay? I just want everyone to be friends in the chat. Man, I became a tummy ache survivor last night after Will brought me pizza. It was really good pizza, but I'm old now. My tummy doesn't like it. Let's see if there's any... Oh yeah, we actually didn't... Okay, we already have all of these. That's fine. I don't think the thrift store has anything for us, but we'll take a look. Oh, smelling salts. We could definitely buy those. Let's get more of these. I don't really think. Rare collectible pog. We gotta get it. Let's get more. Let's just be a little unhinged about it. We need 42, not 32. Fuck it, 52. Let's go. Equipment. Sorry for being so quiet. I wanted to make sure I was making the best options, the best choice possible for the options that I have. Were they? I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out real soon. All right, cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, let's get it. Meow. I want to like actually battle some stuff. I'm getting pumped. I'm getting pumped. Yep. Let's get it. Oh god, we have more? We're gonna hang out with friends.
Okay, so I've got some questions for you, Miss the Essentia 2000. Do I need to use the, or can I just call you Essentia 2000? Or just 2000? What about E?
Is that your question?
Asking to call her E just reminds me of Grimes calling Elon E. Ugh. But it kind of like, listen, if you guys, I know you guys aren't a part of the Grimes fandom, but the fandom calls her C. I don't want to say for some reason, because her real name is Claire, but like...
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, everyone always
So,
calls her C instead of
what
Grimes.
happens when
It's
people
weird.
die? Does death bring you into the soul space, or is that something different?
You are asking a very complex question of me. The only thing I can say is that I do not have a definitive answer for you. I have spent many hours exploring the soul space. Some of them are parallel versions of myself. However, never have I met a version of myself that has died. When someone dies, I lose contact with them. And yet, there have been times where I can still sense the presence of my other self. I have come to observe that the ultimate death, to cease to exist entirely, only happens to those with worldly bonds. Death never truly comes to those who look out to the future.
So, what I'm getting from this is, you believe that if you die caring only about the world, you die forever?
I would say that is a possibility. However, please know that when I say the world, or I believe that companionship between souls is the only thing worth caring about. In this reality, it seems as if people only care about themselves and what they own. In many of my parallel lives, I have encountered individuals like this, but never as many destined for the ultimate death.
My sister cared about me, about my mom, my dad, and a lot of people. She gave away her things before she died. I think she wasn't a worldly person.
Rory, I am sure your sister was as fine a soul as you. I am eternally sorrowful that she ended her own life. Life is a rare thing. Many lives in all universes never take physical form, and to throw that gift away is a tragic thing.
I think I want to help people who feel that way. That I want to try and save people who want their lives to end. When this whole thing is over and we've saved everyone,
Does it
I'm
really
going to
bring
help
me
everyone
down?
realize how precious this is.
I mean, like, they're trying to be uplifting, but...
I know it sounded lame, but I believe it.
Alex could learn quite a bit from you.
Damn. Get him. Oh, I've unlocked the end is nigh. Yay! Everyone received XP. Yay. God. Okay. I forgot about this part. So I'm gonna save. And I'm going to spare all of you the training, the dialogue, and stuff like that, because I don't feel like it makes for a really fun stream. Just because I do kind of like having an open ear when I like listen to everything. I know sometimes it's just like blah, but sometimes I'm like, oh, okay. My apologies if you did want to hear all the dialogue. I have kind of a feeling the chat is leaning towards no. So I'm going to do some training and get through all of this part off stream. And then we'll stream this game again when we're ready to kind of progress more. Because if I do remember correctly, I just thought it was a few days. And then like when I was playing for it the first time, it was not a few days. It's literally the full month of December of like training. And that was kind of hard to get through just on my own. I don't want to drag you guys along with that because it's going to be the same thing that we were just doing now. I don't know why I thought the beginning of December was going to change. Denim says, I was not looking to hear any more dialogue. Enjoy grinding December. Thank you. So yeah, I will end it here for today. But thank you so much for joining me. I know it was kind of a quick stream, and I know I don't normally stream on weekends because I'm normally busy. But you'll be seeing a lot more of me. And on Tuesday, I'll be possibly streaming some Risk of Rain with my friend, the TV head. You know him. Maybe you don't, but maybe you do. But check that out. And I will see you guys then. And if not, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much again for joining. Yeah. See ya. Love ya. Be good. I'll know if you're not. But also live your truths. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, bye. Bye, bye, bye.